Killian, what you doing, you little shit? You like Blu-rays? You like Blu-rays? You like Blu-rays from HamiltonBook.com, Killian? He doesn't. He doesn't fucking care. Anyway, we got a stack of beautiful Blu-rays here today from HamiltonBook.com. I've done pickup videos from them before because I like to promote them because they're awesome. Their products and their pricing are quite often unmatched and unbeat. Not always, but damn near, I'm say 98% of the time. 98% of the time, they're beating everyone's prices on things like Scream Factory and Shout Factory, especially. So, without further ado, first we have, this is a 2-pack Blu-ray 3D set from History Channel. I love my History Channel. History of the World in 2 Hours, 13.7 billion years in the making. This is cool. And it also has the universe. I do not have a 3D Blu-ray player, but they will play on regular Blu-ray as well. So, I will check these out. I've not had cable in a very long time, so I've not watched History Channel in a long time. But I love my docs. We have, this is a show that I love, but I've never seen the movies. A DVD of The Munsters Go Home, The Munsters Revenge, and The Munsters Family Portrait. These are TV movies. This is the ones with the original cast, it looks like. I've never seen any of these, but I fucking love the Munsters. It's like, 2 of them are an hour and a half, and one's about 51 minutes. So, that'll be fun. These are upgrades for me. I have not watched these in forever, but the Ace Ventura 1 and 2 collection there. I don't, it doesn't look like there's any real super interesting bonus features or anything. The first one has commentary and then 3 episodes of the animated series. I did not know there was an animated series, but there you go. Another documentary. I have not seen this, and I probably don't need it because the Alien collection on Blu-ray has some stupid fucking amount of bonus features. Like, wasn't it like 90 hours or some shit that no one will ever be able to watch all of? But Memory, the Origins of Alien, a documentary from the director of 7852, which was the doc on the Hitchcock shower scene, which was pretty interesting, and Leap of Faith, William Friedkin on The Exorcist. I did not know that was a thing, but maybe I'll have to look for that one. I'd love to hear Friedkin talk about The Exorcist some more. In 1979, they brought fear to life. Yeah, I have not seen this. Screen Media and Legion M partnered to acquire distribution rights to this film based on votes from thousands of fans on the Legion M Film Scout platform during 2019 Sundance. Huh. I don't know. More info on Alien is always good for me. I don't know if this covers just the first film or all of them. It mentions in 1979, that's when the first one came out, so maybe it's just the first one, but either way, excited to check this out. We have a Scream Factory Blu-ray, IFC, which I also love, the independent film channel. The Pack. This is a horror film. A cool and enjoyably suspenseful thriller. Man's best friend becomes his worst nightmare when a horde of bloodthirsty wild dogs descends upon a family's farmhouse. I've not seen it. This was kind of a... Most of these I've not seen, to be fair. This was kind of an on-the-fly, oh, look, Scream Factory cheap. Let's fucking buy it. So I grabbed this one. Looks kind of cool. I don't think I know any of those cast members. Down for some IFC and Scream Factory. There we go. The King of Comedy. This is a movie I've always heard about and never got around to watching. This is what, Scorsese, right? Yes. Martin Scorsese directed this film with Jerry Lewis and Robert De Niro. This is just one of his movies I never got around to, and I've always wanted to see it. I think it came back into the spotlight a little bit with that last Joker movie. I think that finale is kind of based on this a bit. Snapdragon, a psycho-sexual thriller. Pam Anderson, back when she was whoop, whoop, whoop. Who's that? Stephen Bauer and Chelsea Field. I don't know them. But this is young Pam. What year is this one? 1993, looks like. After two men are murdered while having sex with a prostitute, Sergeant Peg Peckham is transferred from vice to homicide and assigned to investigate. So, we'll check that out. Doesn't look like any bonus features there. We have another IFC and Scream Factory. This is Bound to Vengeance. Escaping is just the beginning. Official selection, 2015 Sundance Film Festival. This gritty, high-octane thriller also stars Richard Tyson and Bianca Malinowski. Sweet. Blu-ray DVD combo. Always down for IFC Midnight. Most of them I love. Once in a while you get a stinker in there, but it's rare. This is, of course, the Ted Bundy story, The Stranger Beside Me. I just watched that mini series on, I think it was on Amazon Prime, about Bundy's ex-girlfriend or something. This is Billy Campbell plays Ted Bundy. Another one that's been on my radar a long time. I just never got around to checking out. But yeah, this is based on the Anne Rule book. I think she was a colleague, a coworker or something of his, who wrote a book about knowing him. Always wanted to check that one out. It does say these have digital, some of them, but I noticed on the back it's something called Movie Spree Digital, so I don't know if that's some new fangled site that's just trying to get into the digital game or what. If you know anything about that, let me know, but I'm going to try to. There was one other one in here that had that as well. Uncle Sam, I Want You Dead. This movie looked terrible, and I remember seeing trailers a long time ago and going, this looks like fucking shit. But I didn't realize that it had Isaac Hayes in it. Of course, chef on South Park. He's also in some Carpenter flick there. I think he was in Escape from New York. Yeah. So we'll check out that just because of Isaac Hayes. Oh, it's got PJ Souls in it too, so that's interesting. It's got several commentary tracks. Looks like one on stunts and then two with the director and some actors. So we'll give this a watch and see if it really is as bad as it looks. But this is a Blue Underground title. I don't usually grab theirs because they're kind of schlocky and not really my taste. But we'll try that. PJ Souls and Isaac Hayes. This is a comedy 2-pack with Big Bully and Wrongfully Accused. Of course, Leslie Nielsen, everyone knows his parody movies. This one I remember I had on VHS way back in the day. That movie's so old, I owned it on VHS. It was a parody of, like, The Fugitive, shit like that. And then Big Bully is actually a movie. I think I have a DVD of that, but I wanted that one. And it was cheap enough that it came with that one, so I said, fuck it. Oh, there's that movie spree thing again. And I think this one's on a Mill Creek. Was the other one a Mill Creek? It was. So I wonder if it's maybe theirs. This one was one that I did not get around to seeing when it first came out, but we'll check it out now. The Jesus Rolls. This is John Turturro playing his character from Big Lebowski. So that could be interesting. Looks like it's got Susan Sarandon. What is that? Christopher Walken. Bobby Cannavale. John Hamm. Pete Davidson. Susan Sarandon. Yeah. That ought to be entertaining. It's got audio commentary. Charming, a breezy, oh, it's a sex comedy. Oh, look at that. A non-stop delight. Outrageously funny, witty, exuberant, and wildly entertaining. Oh, man, I loved the American version of this show. Wilfred. This is the Australian original version. The American one, of course, had Elijah Wood. But weirdly enough, the dog actor there, what's his name? Gunn? Forget his name. Jason Gann. Jason Gann plays Wilfred in both versions, and he was fucking amazing on the American series, so I'm very interested to check out the complete original series from Australia and see how it compares. I think this is 2 seasons. I think the American one was 4, and it was, if you've not watched it, it's fucking hysterical. And it gets real weird toward the end, but it's very funny. See behind the scenes, crew montage, making of, outtakes, bloopers, and this is actually a Shout Factory release too, which is interesting. So, fucking stoked to check that out. And I think that was really cheap on that, maybe $6 or some shit like that. Devil's Gate, another blind buy because it is IFC and Scream Factory. I don't know anything about this movie. What unholy force lies locked away in this crumbling, booby-trapped, middle-of-nowhere farmhouse? Well, I don't fucking know. What is that thing? That's interesting. Who is this? I don't know any of these. This guy looks familiar, but I don't know any of those names. Thought that was Naomi Watts for a minute, but I don't think it is. So we'll check this one out. Again, IFC, Scream Factory, cheap. Gotta get it. You just gotta get it. And the last one we have here is another documentary, VHS Massacre. Cult films and the decline of physical media. This brilliant award-winning documentary explores the rise and fall of physical media and its effects on independent and cult films. So this will be interesting to check out. Looks like it's got interviews with people like Lloyd Kaufman, John Bloom, Debbie Rockin. I don't know who that is. This is a Trauma Now. This is a Trauma movie, right? Yeah. So of course Lloyd Kaufman's gonna be in it. I don't know who these people are. I don't know a lot of the interviewed people, but that's why I'm here to learn. Fucking love. I have a VHS collection still to this day. Fucking love it. And physical media is my fucking jam, obviously. So interested to check this out. A really fantastic documentary. Says, ain't it cool news? So 43 years. There's not a whole lot of information, but there's a lot of bonus features here. Intro, director's commentary, deleted scenes, full episode of Monster Kill. So, super stoked to check that out, along with all these other gorgeous fucking movies that I picked up. HamiltonBook.com. If you've not been, and you're a physical media collector, especially if you are a Scream Factory, Shout Factory collector, it's hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat some of their prices, and the catalog just keeps growing. So some of the bigger stuff does sell out quick, but it seems like they're doing restocks pretty often. So check it out and enjoy your fucking physical media before it's gone.